Okay, welcome everybody to today's Be the Change team meeting. Today is Tuesday, July the 21st, and I'm so thankful for you guys. I actually missed you a lot when I was in Tennessee last week, and so seeing your faces brings me joy because I have missed you. All right, so first off, I want to give a huge, so thankful from my heart shout out to Miss Christina. I'm so glad that she's on the call. She basically held down the fort in all of the challenge groups. And seriously, Christina, if it wasn't for you, I don't even know what I would have done. But what really helped was she's been in the challenge groups with me before, and so she already kind of had an idea on how to run them. And so I basically just had to give her the scripting on what to say, and she, and you guys too, commented back and forth to help people and keep the engagement going so that people don't fall out of the group, which is really important because, as we know, getting people to their goals is the most important thing that we can do. And if we're not acting or interacting with people inside our challenge groups, then they are more apt to fall out and feel like, well, she's not involved, she doesn't care, I'll just go and do my own thing. And a lot of times when that happens, they fall off the wagon. So I really appreciate you, Christina. I know that it meant a lot to people to see the group keep going. So thank you for that. And then I also wanted to announce the top team wholesale volume for this past week, which is also Christina. So yay! Christina is getting a lot of props this week. And basically, again, team volume, you guys, happens when you are bringing on challengers, and those challenge, the volume from the challenge pack goes on to your back office. So as you sell challenge packs, when you log into your back office, on the left-hand side, you'll see personal volume, and then you'll see team wholesale volume. So your personal volume is what you have purchased, and then also the challenge pack sales that you've gotten. Then as you bring on team members, the team wholesale volume is what you guys have all done together. And the reason why team wholesale volume is so important, and is why I actually talk about it every week, is the higher you go in team wholesale volume, the higher your weekly checks are, because when they go to calculate the weekly checks, they'll take that team volume and then they'll break it down to see how many times they can cycle out the bonus. So the higher you are, the more times they can cycle that bonus, making your check go higher. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to just kind of give you guys a heads up. If you haven't already seen corporate or me talk about Team Cup, that is coming up. It starts on August the 1st. So registration for Team Cup opened up yesterday. I have not registered a team yet because I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Team Cup basically is when a group of 5 people come together, and we're basically all running towards a goal, whatever that goal is for us. So we basically set up what our total, as a team of 5, challenge points, or success club points are that we want to hit, and then we break it down to how many each person needs to hit to get to that goal. So for instance, back in February, I was part of a Team Cup, and each of our goals was to hit Success Club, I think it was 20, I want to say. So we talk about when you hit Success Club, it's when you help 3 people, and that means that you would have gotten Success Club 6 points. So Team Cup, it's not a normal month. You are like pushing yourself. It's all about stretching and growing and seeing just how far you could take your business. And so it's uncomfortable. It's a lot of work. It means staying up a little bit later sometimes, getting up earlier, talking to way more people than you would normally. But it gives you that sense of, okay, now I know that I can do this. I know I can hit SD10, SD15, or whatever that big number is. So it's not just, okay, I can coast during the month, not try as hard, knowing that I can help 3 people by the end of the month. It's like every day you're trying to, help someone with a challenge pack and trying to 2 or 3 a day. I mean, you don't know, just whatever your goal is, you push towards that, and you don't give up. So be thinking about Team Cup. I do have this week to register. I would like to put together a team of the people that are working the business right now. And if we get to 5 and there's a couple of you guys that are working the business left over, you don't have to worry about it. I'll take you guys and set you up with someone else on Anita's team, because there's always people looking for teams. So you will go with somebody. Just let me know if you want to participate. It's not something you have to do, but it is something I recommend that you do. Team Cup is what helped me to start producing big numbers, because I saw in myself that I could do it, and before I didn't think that I could do it. And so when I went through Team Cup and I saw how the hard work pays off, and I was, feeling that team spirit, and we were having weekly calls and inspiring each other, and it was like, I can't even describe it. It was amazing. And even though we didn't win, we still grew in our business, and we grew as people. So think about it. I'm going to make a post about it in the team page. If it's something that you guys want to do, then you can just comment below that post, and then we'll work out putting together the teams. Okay. All right. And then I wanted to talk about Super Saturday. So Super Saturday is basically a chance for local coaches to get together and just visit and get to know each other a little bit better. We work out together. Some depending on which one you go to, they might provide you a Shakeology. They might give you recovery and formula after your workout, which has a bunch of protein. So there's always something free that you normally get when you go, to those. Sometimes they charge you, depending on if they're in a venue where they had to rent space. So if you have like a $5 cover charge that you have to pay, no biggie, you can write that off as a business expense. But it's a great way to meet locals. It's a great way to grow in your business. Normally the person that puts together the Super Saturday tells their story about how they got involved in Beachbody. They might bring up somebody else to tell their story, whoever wants to do that. Again, we work out, and then there's always a message from corporate about announcements. So a lot of times they will actually hold off doing a big announcement at Summit, which I just came back from, and they'll save it for Super Saturday. So there's always something new that they announce that gets people pumped and excited about working their business. And it's just fun. Like, I've been to one, which was last year, and then that person did not host another one earlier this year. And so I started thinking, gosh, I would like to host one, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know, what to do, who would come, how you get into your head. But on Sunday, I went onto the Super Saturday, the interactive map, because you can actually type in your zip code and see if there's one like close to you. So if you want to go, that's what I would do if you don't live here in Lompoc, where I do. But I went on, and the closest one was in Santa Barbara, and that particular person, I don't know them. I don't know anything about them. Their name didn't look familiar, so I don't think they went to Summit. And so I started thinking, you know what, there's quite a few people here right where I live that are on my team. I need to step it up and get out of my insecurity and fear and just do it, you know? So that was on Sunday, and I basically registered to host one this coming Saturday at my house here in Lompoc. So you can private message me for the address. But it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And again, depending on like how many people come, you definitely want to bring your workout clothes, a notebook and pen, because you'll want to, you know, take some notes. And we'll just have a good time. And I'm going to be doing a Shakeology bar after, using my vanilla shake, so we can add like different things to make it, you know, taste different. So that's what I'm doing in mine. So if you guys want to come to mine, just let me know, and I can let you know what my address is. But I highly recommend going, because when you go to any live event, you can plan on growing as a person and growing in your business. You'll always be able to have some amazing, amazing takeaways that you can apply to your business right away. And that's what I love about them. So I definitely encourage you guys to go to that. Okay. So I think that's it as far as announcements. Oh, one thing that I do want to mention, for those of you guys that are already Emerald, I am going to be putting together what we call a Push to Diamond group. This new group is going to be run by myself, possibly another coach from Anita's team that also has some Emeralds that are wanting to push to get to Diamond. But this basically means, I think it's a 30-day group from my understanding, but every day there's some, like a topic that we learn, and then you apply it to your business, and you're basically pushing yourself to get to that next rank, which means your, you know, again, your paycheck will be higher. You'll get that on-stage recognition at live events. You know, you get more involved in the team, because once you hit Diamond, corporate actually starts working with you, and so they actually set you up with one of their trainers, so you actually get more, like they're working with you more, basically, because they see that you're taking your business seriously and that you are wanting to build your business. So I will be letting you guys know when that date is, and just let me know if you want to be in that group. And then I'll also let you know what date you have to be an Emerald by to get into that group. So I'll be letting you guys know about that. Okay, and then we have, what, like 9 days left, I think, of July. So if you have a goal to hit Success Club, push yourself hard, okay? From today until the end of the month, I'm going to do what we did last month. And Faith, I'm not sure if you were a coach yet last month. I can't remember. See, it feels like you've been with me forever. But I'm going to do what we did last month, and Christina was actually a part of this. So in a little bit, when I unmute, she can let you know how it went. But we're going to do that 5-5-5 thing again, Christina. Remember that? That was like so fun, and we worked together as a group to push towards our goal of hitting Success Club. But basically, you focus on, and I'll explain more about this in the team page again, but you basically reach out to 5 new prospects, inviting them to your challenge group. You follow up with 5 people that you've already talked to. You go into your friend list and you reach out to 5 people that you have not talked to before or in a while. And this is not a business related one. You're just reaching out to them to say, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. You know, how are you doing? You know, so those are basically like 5 how you doings every day. And what those do is you're establishing, you know, more of a relationship connection, and it'll actually make them think, I wonder what Faith is up to. I wonder what Christina is up to. And they'll go onto your page on their own. This just happened. And they'll see how you've been posting about, you know, your fitness journey, your call to action posts, and on their own, they will ask you about it because they're going to be seeing what you're about. So you're basically doing all those, and then you're writing on a piece of paper who, like the actual person's name that you talk to. You take a picture of that, and then you post it inside the group, and that's how we stay accountable. So it's basically called 555 accountability. So we'll be doing that from today until the end of the month. Doing this definitely helps you to hit Success Club because you're being accountable and we're all encouraging each other to push and give each other ideas. And so if this is your goal to hit Success Club, you'll definitely want to participate in that. Christine, I'm seeing your question. Are you asking about Super Saturday? Can others come that are interested in being a coach? I think that's what you're asking. If that is your question, then yes, I'm typing this. If you have people that want to come to Super Saturday that are interested in being a coach, yes, that is a perfect time to invite somebody to a Super Saturday because they get to see what we're all about, that we're not some crazy people. Okay. So when we hit Success Club this month, I'm going to show you guys the shirt. Hopefully you can see. Tell me if you can see this. Can you see it says everyone matters? So this was our theme shirt at Summit. On the back it says Team Beachbody. So I picked up an extra one. And so when you guys hit Success Club, your name is going to go into a drawing. And for each person that hits Success Club, you'll go into the drawing and you have a chance to win your own shirt. Once you hit Success Club, once you hit Success Club, every challenge pack after that you hit, so like let's say you get to Success Club 5, or 6, and then you sell another challenge pack getting you to 8, then you'll go into the drawing again. So each challenge pack after you've hit Success Club, you'll go in again and again and again, giving you more chances to win the shirt. Now the reason why you want this shirt and the reason why we did the theme of everyone matters is that out there in the world of your friends and family, there's some people out there, and probably everybody feels this way at one point in time, but they feel like they don't matter. Maybe they grew up and they had parents that told them they suck, you're not worth anything, or maybe they have a spouse that talks to them that way. You can't amount to anything, you'll never, get healthy. There's people out there that get talked to like that every single day, and it's sad and it needs to stop. So with what the theme of this year means is we're letting people know that they do matter and they matter to us and we want to take care of them. And so that's where this theme came in. So if you win this shirt and you're walking around sporting it, you can actually be proud of the fact that you're involved in a company that cares about other people. And you can let them know what our theme means for this next year. So I hope that you win. It's awesome and very comfortable, stretchy. So, okay. All right. So here is the main, oh, sorry, I forgot to talk about one other thing. So many announcements. Okay. So the size launch happened yesterday, as you guys know, for the new fitness program. And I put together a test group. I wanted to run it as a team. So right now, when you guys are talking to people, do your best to promote size. If they don't really like dance, then I would go to 21 Day Fix, okay? Those are our 2 best programs right now. But I want to give you a couple of facts about size that I know will help you guys sell the program and make people interested in it. So these are what we learned at Summit from Shaun T himself. So if you want to write these down, I definitely would, because they will definitely be helpful. Okay, so it's a 4-week program, but it can be an 8-week program, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. When you first get the size program, the very first thing that he asks you to do is to do this routine called Crazy Eights. That's the one that you saw on my page yesterday that I did, okay? After you do that first workout, he wants you to ask yourself, did I do okay on that? Did it feel like a struggle, or was it easy for me? If it felt like a struggle to you and you're having a hard time doing that routine, then he suggests for you to start at the beginning level of the program. So the routines will actually be easier in the beginning level. If you felt like you could do everything, it wasn't hard, you were like, you know, all into it, then you'll do the advanced for 30 days. Okay, now, he didn't mention this, but I really feel like this could be a third option, you guys, is if you wanted to do the program for 60 days and you decide that yourself, or you have a challenger that wants to decide that, you could start at the beginning level for 30 days and then just move into the advanced level. So technically you could have a 60-day program on your hands and just progress, you know, and it'll get harder and harder, giving you, you know, better results, helping your coordination, and it's going to be awesome. So wanted to let you guys know about that. Every time that I dance, I have a smile on my face, and the reason why is because it is fun. You literally feel like you're not working out. You know, one of the trainers, and I totally agreed with this, and this is why I put that in my video invite yesterday, is you're not looking at the clock like you do sometimes with some of the other programs where you're like, this is hard, how much more time do I have, do I want to go through the whole thing? Like, the way that Shaun T does this program, you're not feeling like that at all. Like, you're having fun, you're living in the moment, and that's how our challengers are going to feel. So you can actually let them know that they're not going to feel like they want to stop and, you know, stop, start, stop, start. It's just fun. You're dancing to, you know, the new music, popular music out there. And oh, bonus, for people that have knee issues or like lower back, where some of our programs, it's hard for them because of either, you know, the what am I trying to say, impact, like some of the programs you're, you know, jumping a lot, or you're going down, you know, to your knees and that kind of thing, like how they do in the 21-day fix. So with this program, it's actually, dancing's good for people that have bad knees because you're not doing any type of impact. It's more like you're just, you know, you're moving the whole body, and you're not secluding the knee. So if you have people that you run across that have any health issues and they mention knee or back problems, this would be a good program for them. Okay, so based on how much a person weighs in the beginning, you could burn up to between 500 and 700 calories in a 30-minute to 45-minute program with size. So yesterday, I actually burned close to 500 calories just in 30 minutes. And that was the trial, can you do this? Can you do this program? You know, or should I put myself in beginning or whatever? And so that was a lot, just dancing, you know. So I was like really excited about that. So you can let people know about that. A couple of options to do inside your challenge groups if you are planning on running your own. You could have a dance contest, which I think that we might actually do as we learn the routines, and just have people like post a little video of themselves doing the dance, and then we could all judge each other and see like who wins, and then we'll, you know, maybe get prizes or whatever. So we can actually do like a lot of fun stuff with it. So I think that was like the main stuff I wanted to talk to you about. So just make sure as you're talking to people about size, that it's a 30-day program, or it can be 60. You get to decide if you're beginner or advanced. You could do both. And yeah, so just make sure you let them know that. Okay. All right, so next, here is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Summit, like for me, just so you know how my experience with Summit was, last year when I signed up to be a coach in May, I really wanted to go, like super bad, but I had just joined and Summit was coming up in like a month and a half and there just wasn't enough time. But I knew that I wanted to go because I wanted to work out with the trainers that I had been working out to for all these years. I wanted to meet them. I wanted to experience a live workout that I've seen on the videos that they talk about. I wanted to meet other coaches, make new friends. And my expectations of how I built it up in my head, how it was going to be at Summit, was like totally blown out of the water. It was so much better than I ever thought that it could be. Like, I literally fell so much in love with Summit that I cannot wait to go next year. And I'm so thankful that you guys are going to be going with me, because I saw other people that brought their team members, and when I watched their team members experience what they have already felt from going to other live events, I mean, I started crying. I was like, I have to get some of my team here. It just blew me out of the water. I was like, oh my gosh, just to see the light bulbs go off, and the fact that they started believing in themselves more, and that they could do this business, and that we all start at the same exact spot as all the top producers. It just made so much more sense to me that I am not going to miss any other future live events. So I'm glad that you guys are going. Okay, so it's saying we have 10 minutes. So the topic that really hit me the most was Amy Silverman and Megan Ewelson, who are they're in the top 10. They talked about the power of your story and how to share your own story, and that we all have our own story that's different from everybody else. And they were saying that the worst story ever told is the one that is not told, and I completely agreed with that. And so they taught us how to tell the story and how to harness it. They said repetition builds the skill. The more you tell your story, the better that you get at it, which is very, very true. I know for myself, when I've been on like business opportunity calls and I tell my story, the first time I did it, I was freaked out. I didn't know how much I should share. I didn't know if I wanted to open up that much, so I didn't open up that much. But it wasn't until like the second or third time of doing it that I really started sharing more about myself, and that's when I started to develop more of a following. And so you'll find as you tell your story that you will develop your own following, because people will relate to you more than they would, say, to me or Anita, because we haven't gone through the same stuff as you guys. And so your story is your product. Our product, like Shakeology and size. I mean, why, yes, we do sell those products. That's not what people are buying. They are buying that connection with you because they want you to help them. And so it's very, very important that you share your story. You continue to share your story every day. You don't want to overwhelm people all at once. You know, you want to do what Amy called breadcrumbing, which breadcrumbing basically means sharing small pieces of your story to keep people interested, engaged, and wanting more. Let's see what she said. Oh, she said, don't share the same facts on your story too often. So if you're wanting to share the same facts, she suggested waiting like a week or so when you might have a different audience that will be in front of you. So as you're telling the story, here's how your subject of your story should be laid out. You want to let people know when it happened, what was the struggle, how did you overcome it, and again, you don't want to share it all at once. You want to have that breadcrumbing effect. So parts of the story could be financial. So, you know, if you started off and you, let's say, were going through a bankruptcy or you were in debt, and what your struggle was during that time. So maybe you couldn't send your kids to camp, or you bounced bills or whatever. So that would be like what was the struggle, and then how you overcame it, and how Beachbody has helped you to overcome that. So you always want to lead back to how Beachbody has helped you to overcome, or is helping you overcome. So if you're still in the middle of the struggle. Another area that you could talk about is your physical area, so your physical transformation. And again, when did you start struggling with your physical, what am I trying to say? When did you start gaining weight, or what, you know what I mean? Like, so you want to always talk about when the struggle started. Was it after you had kids? Was it a life event that happened? And then what was the struggle? Like, what was your day-to-day struggle as you struggled with your weight? What kind of stuff were you not able to do? Like for me, I couldn't sit on a swing. When I was bigger, I wanted to swing with my kids so bad. I couldn't even sit on a swing, and that used to bug me so much because I love swinging. Another topic you can go into is emotional. Emotional triggers, emotional eating. So that could be something that you guys could talk about. But you want whoever is following you or looking to and thinking about following you, you want them to have that emotional response as they're reading about your story. You want them to have that trigger where your story relates to their story. So then it actually becomes more about them, and they feel that connection with you, and they will want to start talking to you more and be more open to joining you in our groups. Another tip is sharing about your finances and how Beachbody is bringing you money, maybe sharing your recent paycheck. Those types of posts with finances do bring business builders. So if you're looking for people to join your team that are actually working the team, or actually working their business, showing about your finances is what attracts business builders. So that's a tip. And just remember, it's not about perfection. It is about how you overcome things and how you are overcoming things. You want to have people look forward to something, so you want to tell your story daily. You want to ask yourself, can this inspire people? Can this make a difference in people's lives? You want to be real with your struggles, be relatable, and you always want to tie it back to how Beachbody has made a difference. We are making a difference in this world. So you guys have to know that about yourself. And just make sure that you have a purpose with your posts. So think about what you're posting before you just post to post. So you don't want to be like, okay, I need to post up about my story. I'm not going to put any thought into it. And, those type of posts might not get as much engagement. So whether it's, to gain a Shakeology customer, a coach, you want to make sure that your posts are engaging with them. And you want to ask them to share, like, or comment on your post, which gets more eyes onto your posts. And this really, really struck me because I struggle with perfection like a lot. Perfectionism alienates people and makes you come off like a robot. And so it's really important that we don't act like we have it all together, that we don't act like we're always eating the right food, that we're always getting our workouts in, that we, wake up all ready to go every morning. It's not being human, So you want to admit your struggles to people, and talk to them. Talk to, like, on your Facebook when you're making posts, talk to them as if you're talking to one person. So you could actually say, can I be real with you for a minute? I need to be honest with you. So using the word you like that really, really engages your audience, and it makes them have that emotional trigger where they're going to want to come back for more to hear what you have to say tomorrow. So that's pretty much it. We have about a minute left in our meeting before they cut us off. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for listening to the recording. I hope that you know that you are amazing, amazing people, and you have so much to offer our world. If you have any negative thoughts about your own self today, that you think you might not be enough for somebody else, I want you to not talk to anybody yet, but go do your personal development and soak up the fact that you are loved, you are created by God for a purpose, and that God can use Beachbody to help you live out your purpose today, okay? So thank you again for joining me, and we will talk soon. Bye.